I was very young when the war began, so my memories of it are vague. I recall feeling scared. Everyone was on edge, and none of us really understood what was happening. No one felt safe, and we constantly heard stories of violence and killings. I remember one day my mother telling us that staying at home wasn't safe anymore. She said we needed to cross the border and stay away until the war was over. I was terrified and didn't want to leave the comfort of my home. Our father wasn't around, and I could see how frightened my mother was. She was pregnant with my youngest sister and had 4 daughters to care for. I was too young to help, and I imagine she must have felt incredibly alone. There were so many stories about people disappearing at the border, and this made us all even more frightened. My father wasn't with us, but my mother decided my aunt should come along. I can't imagine how difficult it must have been for them, trying to care for 4 young girls in such a frightening situation. We heard rumors of people being killed, and that only a limited number of people could cross the border into Macedonia each day. Despite all the fear, my mother insisted we had to make the journey to be safe. I don't remember crossing the border myself, but my mother has told the story many times. It was chaotic, with lots of people pushing and shoving. Everyone was anxious, unsure of what would happen to those taken by soldiers. As we were crossing, my mother lost sight of my older sister in the crowd. She feared that even if we made it through, my sister might be left behind or taken by the soldiers. Thankfully, my aunt found her just in time and helped her cross, and we were all reunited on the other side. We stayed with my mother's family in Macedonia until the war ended, and when it was safe, we returned home. But when I was 8, my mother told us it was time to move again. I was terrified, remembering how frightening the last move had been. But my mother assured us that we were moving to England for a better future. I didn't want to leave my friends, but when we arrived, I grew to like it very much. Back home, school finished in the afternoon, but here in England, we stayed until 3 o'clock. There's more choice here, and I believe that with hard work and determination, you can even go to university without a lot of money. Though it took some time to adjust, I'm happy to call England my home now. I've made many good friends, and I appreciate the diversity here. In my school, there are children from all over the world: Somalia, Bangladesh, Poland, Portugal, the Philippines, and many more. I don't feel different just because I'm from Albania. This story, to me, is about embracing change. Life can be tough and scary, and change can be hard, but good things can come from it. I'm looking forward to going to university and building a career. I'm grateful to live in a place full of opportunities, surrounded by so many different cultures. I call this story Hard Times, but really, it's about the opportunities that come when you survive the hard times and look ahead to the future.